right now while it's fresh in your mind. Go to everydaysnapshots.com/focus. There is a free focusing course that will lead you through some of the pitfalls that people fall into with focus. And if you do the things that I describe in that video, I know it's going to help you and get help you get sharper images. So check that out at everydaysnapshots.com/focus. I hope you enjoy it and let me know what you think about it. So today's topic is all about play. And I know that as an adult, I don't play enough. And I took a course a while ago it was one of these, it's called Massively Open Online Course, a MOOC. It was through the University of Berkeley. I took it with a friend of mine. We learned about happiness. That was the course, and there were over 80,000 people enrolled in the course. And how they did it was they released all the content on a Monday for that week's course, and you had to read it and then do questions, and you had a midterm and everything. But one of the things they talked about for happiness, and specifically in adults, is play. And I was thinking about how much we actually play. And one thing I posted recently was a picture of my son Owen with a little styrofoam cup, and there's a groundhog on a tongue depressor going, and you can move him up and down. And the picture is adorable because he was about 4 or 5 years old, and he's playing with it and he's looking at it. And he was just playing with it and he's happy. And I started to think about how the pictures, when I am going out to try something new, that is really play. I am playing around with it. I'm playing around with the settings on my camera. I'm playing around with the light. I'm playing around with the setup, why is this word escaping me? The composition, there it is, the composition of the shot. And so that is play. And another thing that contributes to happiness is getting into a flow state. And a flow state is where you're working on something and you just lose all track of time, but your mind is really engaged. And this is, I love it. I love doing things that get me into that flow state because it is so much fun. So the big takeaway is to use photography to play and watch your kids play and notice that, observe that, and of course get those pictures. And back on that groundhog picture with my son Owen, it's one where I was focusing on the groundhog and what the action of that little cup. And so I had such a short depth of field that is in focus, and then he is a little bit blurred. And when I do that, I make sure that I don't get his eyes in focus and I don't have him looking at the camera, because the focus is on the thing that he's playing with, the groundhog, and I want the rest of it blurred. And if I wanted to have his eyes, if I wanted to have him looking at me, looking at the camera, looking, it's like when you look at a picture, the person's looking back at you. If I wanted that, I would have focused on his eyes and definitely not on the groundhog. And where I was shooting, it was pretty tight, so I needed to be up close to him, so my depth of field is not going to be that long. So that's what I want to share with you is, use your camera to play and have some fun and get into that flow state. All right, you guys, that's it for today. We'll talk to you soon.